Are you ready to hike Katahdin? That's where the tents were last night. We're all packed up and headed to Katahdin Stream Campgrounds. Hunt trail up the AT. We're ready to go. While you do that, I'm going to read you the summit forecast. Partly sunny, 20% chance of morning showers, temps in the 50s, winds 30 to 45 miles an hour, or 15 to 35 miles an hour. Pay attention to wind conditions above tree line. Started hiking up Katahdin a little after 7 a.m. and I think this hike will be a little over 5 miles up and then 5 miles down. We're gonna do the hunt trail both up and down so we can get back to the car, which is right in the trailhead. It started off really cold this morning, but now it feels really hot hiking. Cody's excited about his new water filter.
Let's see how fast it is.
Flow is gonna be really fast. I still don't have much of an appetite, so I'm drinking breakfast essentials. Just trying to get the calories in.
Look at that.
It's a nice water filter.
It's like a faucet. Yeah, thanks for the recommendation, dude.
Welcome. Link in the description. So almost an hour and a half in. My body feels weak. My legs hurt. I'm tired. I'm sweating. It's really humid. But good thing is we can see the summits of all the mountains. So we might end up getting a good view. So that would be cool. I've just spent the last hour and a half trying to figure out how I'm feeling on this hike because I don't know, summiting Mount Katahdin is a huge deal. But for me, this is my second through hike and I'm also kind of doing this random flip-flop, but it does still feel really cool. I'm really happy to be up here, and I'm also reminiscing a lot about climbing Mount Katahdin on my first through hike and how exciting that was, and how Chet was here and he finished the trail with me, and yeah, it was lots of good memories here. But we're still below the tree line. Already climbed 2,000 feet of elevation gain. It's just, this is a tough hike, right?
Yeah.
Are you struggling or?
Not physically, but right now I need my caffeine boost, so I'm craving coffee.
Yeah. Whew. Onward. Officially out of the trees. This is the view we have in Maine, which is gorgeous. But now it begins that section that goes straight up the rocks. There's a blaze. Excited to climb?
Yes. Look at that.
First, bars sticking out of the rocks. It's gonna be impossible to tell on camera how steep things like this actually are. First little snack break. Rest the legs a little bit. These boulders are no joke. Just go from one white blaze to the next because it doesn't look like a trail at all. Here's a good view of the rest of that rock scramble. Straight up. There's some people up there. Alright.
Straight up, people.
I think we finished the bouldering, and now it almost looks smooth sailing to the summit. Still looks far away, but it's gonna go faster than 65-minute miles like we have been doing.
That's really bad. Sorry. Can
you take a picture?
No.
What? I think this is called the Gateway, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Smooth sailing from here. I think I see people. Is that the summit where the people are standing?
Don't get your hopes up.
Oh.
There's lots of false summits up here.
Okay. It's like the one past that. Or is that Knife's Edge? Or is that our trail?
I don't know.
This is the trail. It is also a river. Or a little stream. But I just went for it. I got tired of rock hopping and now I'm just walking through the water. 0.4 miles away from the summit. And I actually think the sun just came out a little bit.
Warming up. Excited. I think you should be. Congrats, dude.
Thanks. So I wanna get a shot of that. This angle of Knife's Edge. I can't picture walking on that.
Are we? You ready to go back?
Do we just walk back down? Is that how it works?
Does that not make you feel like really high? Like higher than it is?
It was a very brief stay on top of the summit of Mount Katahdin. There were actually a bunch of through hikers finishing their hike up there, and they were celebrating. I was really happy for them, but I just snuck in, took my picture real quick, ate my summit gushers, and then snuck down. It's turned out to be a really beautiful day, and I'm super excited that I just summited Mount Katahdin. But we're also just as excited to start the 100-mile wilderness today. So I think our plan is to head down. It's 11:30 a.m. right now, so we can head down, maybe see if Abol Bridge is open, because it's like a convenience store, there might be a restaurant, so we can hopefully grab some food. If we can't, we might need to make a pit stop in Millinocket for some McDonald's, but we'll see what's open when we get down there. And then tonight, the first few miles of the 100-mile wilderness, going southbound this time, so it's gonna feel like a whole new experience, I think. We're bouldering again. So as we're hiking down off Katahdin, there's a bunch of people hiking north, and I'm getting a lot of, oh, did you just finish your through hike? And I'm in the middle of just saying yes to keep a conversation short, but then also saying like, no, you see, I hiked until the last week of June in Rangeley, and then I got off and I took 77 0 days, and then I got back on in Rangeley and I hiked for 3 days, and then I decided to flip north to Katahdin and hike south, and my story is just way too complicated to say in passing, so I don't want to be a liar, but I also just want to get to the point. Like, yep, you know, I through hike twice. Hi.
the vlog?
Wow, if only it was that easy to get to the summit. I feel like we just hiked down that really steep section. I feel like I mean, that actually wasn't as bad going down as it was going up.
No.
But we have felt raindrops, so we don't want to slow down because no matter what, if these boulders are wet, it's not a good mix. Katahdin boulders and rain.
Try about to. And I think if we do, we can set up nice and early.
We made it to the bottom. Time to sign out. There's a lot of people that went up Katahdin today. These are the stats for the hike today. Took us 7 hours and 12 minutes. It's actually a little longer because I think we hiked for maybe 20 minutes before I remembered to turn my watch on. So it's a little further than that. Anyways, the car is right around this corner. We felt like a couple raindrops at the summit, a couple raindrops when we were like a mile away from that spot where we checked out. Cody's gonna use the outhouse. And now a couple drops now. So if it actually starts raining the second we get to the car, that is perfect timing. Bye, Mount Katahdin. After a quick stop in Millinocket with the McDonald's and tiny resupply at Dollar General, I just grabbed a few things just in case. I always feel like I don't have enough food. So I got some raisins, a couple more protein bars, and a bag of candy. And that's like my emergency food. But we got to the Abol bridge area. The camp store is right there. We'll take another lap around the camp store and then we get to walk into the 100-mile wilderness and just be in the woods for the next 100 miles. I feel like the past 2 days, today and yesterday, although we've gotten miles in, they both felt like day hikes because we started at the car and then ended at the car, just the way that it worked. But we're going in the woods, we're backpacking. I am going southbound for the next 155 miles, and then when I get to East Flagstaff Road at the base of Mount Bigelow, my through-hike will be over. So seems like everything is all worked out logistically. Hopefully everything goes to plan. I'm really excited that me and Cody get to redo the 100-mile wilderness because it was honestly kind of miserable when we did it, just being the last week of our through hike, just being worn out, wanting to go home, but especially the bugs. I honestly haven't seen any bugs in Maine the last week until now, and they're swarming. I have 4 ounces of the picaridin lotion. Cody has a whole bottle of bug spray too, right?
Yep.
Is it DEET?
No, it's 40% DEET.
40% DEET. So I think we're covered, but I'll let you know what the bug situation is like, because seeing them all right now, I'm a little bit nervous. Also, it's raining. It might rain today, tonight, and tomorrow, and then the rest looks better. The rest of the week looks sunny. I don't think I updated you guys, but I ended up getting Ultra Lone Peak 7s at Shaw's Hiker Hostel, and they've been really comfortable the last couple days. If you saw some of my first videos back on the trail in Maine, I kept talking about how crushed my toes were and how uncomfortable they were in the Sauconys, which is so not normal, though those have always been really comfortable shoes. But these Ultras with the extra wide toe box, my feet are much more comfortable right now. Did our quick lap into the camp store. Cody got batteries for his headlamp.
Ready to go.
Which was important, you know, just in case we do those big days in the 100-mile. But we're about to walk over Abol Bridge. I'll show you the view of Katahdin because it's probably in a rain cloud right now.
We actually stopped in.
Yeah. The top of it's getting rained on. We definitely had the perfect timing hiking Mount Katahdin this morning. Just like ever since we got back to the car, it's been raining, so. Whew. Northern terminus of the 100-mile wilderness. Let's do this. It's almost dark. The sun went down a few minutes ago, and we are about half a mile from the shelter. I am curious what the situation's gonna be. I know the hiking bubble is close, so even though it's raining, I'm probably still gonna set up my tent just because I absolutely love my tent and I don't know if the shelter's gonna be busy or not. Took a little bit of walking around the shelter to find some good tent sites, but we did. Got them set up. It is 7:30 right now, but it's time to just put everything inside the tents and chill out. Stay dry.